Hey guys, this is John, and welcome to a new series called Chess Cognition. In this series, I'm going to be posting shorter videos, I'd say mainly under 10 minutes, where I present instructive examples of chess thought processes in action. And it's my hope that I'll be able to explain kind of the nuts and bolts of what goes on and what you should be thinking about at the chessboard in various positions. These could be tactical positions, they could be of a strategic nature, and I'm going to be using a lot of my own games, but also games of other players too. And I'll also be posting the PGNs for all these examples on chess.com, which I'll link to you in the video description. So let's get the ball rolling. This was a position I had in 2013 against a player named Joerg Wilke, USCF rating of 1987. And it was white to move, and my opponent played b4 in this position. So if you want to, you can pause your video and ask yourself, how should black respond to b4? Try to find my strongest continuation. Okay, so b4 seemed to be very much a loosening move to me. You notice that I have my queen on f6, x-raying white's queen on c3. The only piece that's in the way between those queens is the knight on e5. And it's true that the queen is defended by white's rook, but in playing b4, they've deprived themselves of one defender. So the first move to look at would definitely be a takes b4, capturing the pawn. We may consider knight f3 check as well, because this is a forcing move. It leads to a discovery on the white queen. However, after white takes it, and they could take either way, let's say they take with the knight, then queen takes queen, rook takes queen. Black could take here technically, and white is unable to recapture because they would lose their rook on a1. But if white simply moves this rook away, it's highly doubtful black will have enough compensation for the piece. So going back, a takes b4 was the first move I pondered. And taking this line further, white responds with a takes b4. If queen takes b4, knight d3 check is brutal for white. It's a triple fork on f2, c1, and also b4. And a takes b4 is consistent, so it makes sense. Now here, I was very much at the outset fixated on playing rook takes a1. And in fact, this might be a move that you examined yourself. I think it's the natural follow-up to trading pawns along the a-file. The a-file is now open, so looking at rook takes a1 at first makes a lot of sense. This works beautifully if white takes with the rook, because if they take with the rook, now knight f3 check is devastating. Once white responds to the check, let's say they capture it, then queen takes queen and black is winning. However, after rook takes a1, white can respond with queen takes a1. And in doing so, they defend their queen, and knight f3 check now does not work because the queen is secure on that a1 square. So I was looking at this position for a little while, but I just came to the conclusion that black was not winning material here, at least as far as I could see. So when you have that situation in one of your games, you see a promising line, your chess instincts tell you that it's good and that there should be something there. Don't get fixated on that one line and that one specific move order. You have to get very used to twisting the move order and trying various permutations of a good idea. So if you were able to do that, you would find the move knight f3 check here on move 2 after the initial pawn exchange. So instead of taking on a1, I played knight f3 check. And this move does the trick because now after white takes the knight, and in the game my opponent took with the pawn, here the rook on c1 is overloaded. It's trying to defend both c3 and the other rook on a1. And in playing queen takes c3, I force white to take, and now I have rook takes a1, and I've won an exchange, a rook for a minor piece. And I went on to convert this position for the full point. So the lesson in this one is to get used to the task of changing the move orders when you calculate. If you have several moves that you're considering, and you just kind of sense that something's there, your chess instincts are usually going to lead you in the right direction in your games. But you don't want to get blinders on. You don't want to get fixated on one continuation. And if I got fixated too long on a takes b4, a takes b4, rook takes a1, I wouldn't come up with the right solution. I looked at this line a little bit, seemed all right, but there was nothing devastating. There was no knockout. So what do? We twist the move order. And in doing so, we can find knight f3, after which black will win the exchange. So make a habit of doing that, and you should see your calculation improve if you aren't already doing this. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Once again, I'll be posting the PGN on chess.com, so look for that. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.